Aha! Is that working now? Ooh, that's a bit loud actually. That's working. There we go. I don't know what happened there. Couldn't get any sound. Yeah, I know there was no sound. I said that. Can you hear me say that? Oh. Sorry, I got something stuck in my tooth. I've just got to fix this bit of paper because I managed to drop it on the floor and I've ripped it. I want to stick it back together with a bit of Allen tape before I forget. So, I don't know if this is set up properly or not because the new YouTube setup is so complicated. I don't get it. And every time I come in, they've changed it. So, So, a couple of announcements while I'm doing this. First up, if you are alumni in one of my classes, you need to check your Ning messages. You need to get your bottoms over to Trello. Let's get these signed up. If you want to be on my, stop it, there we go. If you want to be on Trello, but are not in one of my classes, you need to sign up for my newsletter. I don't have a link for my newsletter right now, but I will put one in the description later on. Let me jot that down. 1 second. Add newsletter, sign up to YouTube vid. There we go. There'll be a newsletter coming out in the next couple of days. I've also got Halloween Chronicles is currently going live. It's not going live. The class is available to purchase if you are alumni. If you're not alumni, it's still available to purchase. It's just not as easily accessible. But go to Ning, sign up for Trello if you've got it. Follow the newsletter so that you get a newsletter. Somehow you'll get links. I'm in transition. There's stuff everywhere. Can open, worms, sprawling. You know, the usual kind of, oh, it's nearly October stuff that happens around here. Christmas Chronicles is also available. Again, we're a bit ghetto at the moment, but if you want to sign up, just email me. My email address is definitely down below. So if all else fails and you want to sign up for one or both, just email me. Or message me on Patreon if you're a patron. If you are a patron and you want to do both the Chronicles, there is a special sign-up option that gets you a discount. If you are in a class and you pay monthly separately, there is also an option. But like I say, we're in the middle of... We're straddling 2 different sites at the moment. I didn't expect to be straddling 2 different sites. I was working on trying one out, but it's working so well, I'm just like, okay then, let's just move over there. So, because it's just doubling up the amount of work otherwise. But if you're on Ning, you can still sign up on Ning and we'll sort you out the links. You can sign up. In fact, you can sign up and get the link inside the group. So, but yeah. Like I say, if you're confused, there'll be a newsletter later in the week. KK is busy working on it. She's just come back and she's all over it. If you are stuck with Trello, or Ning or anything else, or you don't have any idea what I'm talking about and you need some help, I have several admins who can help you out. General geekery stuff, you can ask Ashley. For general Trello or Ning help, you can ask Mika, who is somewhere around. You can ask Risha, or you can ask Cody Doll. If all else fails, email me and I will put an admin in touch with you. I am pretty good at getting back to people. I usually get back to people almost immediately. Oh, Moon Tiger, is that you, Mika? There you go, Moon Tiger's passed, that's Mika. So, that's the talky bit done. Classes, all the things. Halloween Chronicles running, Christmas Chronicles running, when Finalizing 2020 is running, discounts will be available, early bird sign-ups are available. It's just a case of finding where you need to be to sign up. If you're on Ning, it's easy, just go to the group, sign up as normal. If you're not on Ning, email me if you're confused. And I will make sure that one of our admins gets in touch with you. Well, they're not all admins. Like, I deal with class content and all that kind of stuff. KK deals with memberships and payments and all that sort of thing. So it'll be KK who gets back to you. But if you just have general tech questions, or if you're stuck with Trello or anything like that, or you need help finding your way around, because it's a bit confusing, the mods. They're actually mods. Phenomenal cosmic power. Itty bitty little place to play in. Yeah, the mods will direct you in the right place or help you out or whatever you need. They're fantastic. Today, those of you who've been around for a while know full well that I spend my summer from March to September, end of September-ish, sketching and doing that kind of stuff because I like to be outdoors to do sketching. You'll also know that, hang on a minute, I'm going to move that. If I move that over there, you'll be able to see the screen instead of my boob. Might as well cover up the boob shot. And then you can see what's actually happening on the desk, can't you? There we go. That's better. What was I saying? Yes. Now the weather's starting to turn. I mean, it's quite nice that I went out and did a bit of sketching earlier in the car, so it's not too bad. But I'm getting the itch. The itch to just cosy up by the fire and journal my evenings away it's creeping up over the horizon. The itch is there. I don't know if anybody else gets the itch, but I've got the itch. Now, when I left off in March, put my coffee over there so I don't knock it over. When I left off in March, I was doing junk journaling and I finished. Well, I stopped. I kind of stopped around, it was around the equinox actually. And then just this last week, I've started feeling like, I want to play with paper. Want to play. I'm like that coyote in Ice Age. Say, oh, I want to play. That's me. So I set up my journal again. This is not different to my bullet. This is different to my bullet journal. Okay, my bullet journal. This is my bullet journal. I don't want anybody commenting, going, oh, you're not using your bullet journal anymore. Yes, I'm using my bullet journal. My bullet journal is separate. Totally separate. That is not this, okay? Just like this and my sketchbook are separate, this is my daily jottings, daily organisation, planning, class stuff, musings, ideas, random things that run through my head, strange questions that I have, notes that I pick up from random YouTube videos, that kind of thing. This is my creative outlet stuff. Now that doesn't mean that I don't sketch in the winter any more than it means I don't journal in the summer. But I do tend to have a more kind of 80-20 lean towards journaling versus sketching in the winter, because it's bloody cold in the winter and I don't want to go outside. I don't even want to go outside to go somewhere indoors to sketch. So, we're all set up. What I've done is... Sorry, I haven't said hello to anybody, have I? Hi, everybody. Oh, I'm having a day. Hi. Hello. Lots of names I recognise. Nice to see you. I took the journal that I didn't quite finish in March, which was my... Maddie. I had a junk journal kind of Penny Dreadful steampunk type thing going on. And I took what was left of that and what I hadn't used, because I hadn't been journaling chronologically. So I had some pages used later and some pages at the front were still unused. Maddie, you're not going in the other room. You'll just bark at people. Come on, sit in your bed. Come on. Come and sit in your bed or go and sit in Mummy's seat. There you go, see. See there? You can sit on Nanny's blanket. Good girl. Good girl. She's having a good old moan because I won't let her sit in the front room because I'm not having them barking at people every day. Yeah, I basically just took out the bits, and previously I was doing basically one signature of 15 to 20 pages, putting it all together in one of these, and when I finished it in about a month, I chose a different theme, sewed this one together, and then when I had two, I put them into another separate cover, like a pre-made cover. I should have got one out to show you, but that didn't happen, did it? If you look back in the videos, if you just look for junk journals, I think I've got a playlist for junk journals, but if you have a look for junk journals on my channel, you'll see I did junk journaling at the beginning of the year, got very into it. What I learned from that 3 months of junk journaling was, one, I severely limited myself by choosing a theme every month. I thought it would be fun. It wasn't. I got bored with the theme, I got bored with the colours, and I just wanted to do something different. I also severely limited myself by saying I'm going to do X many pages for the month, and then that's going to be the signature, and that will be... Yeah, that doesn't work. So, and the other thing I missed was my mixed media. I didn't put enough mixed media paper in, which was really stupid, rookie mistake, but I don't feel so alone because I just watched a Patreon video of Courtney who did exactly the same thing a few months ago, so I don't feel so bad. She used regular paper instead of thinking, oh, hang on a minute, I might want to watercolour in this. So, rookie mistake, but hey, we all do it apparently. I've learnt my lesson and I've taken what was left of the other journal and I've put it into here, and it is now, instead of one big chunky signature for the month, it's now 4 signatures, but it's still not bound. I can still chop and change things around. So if I decide I don't like 2 pages together, like I don't like those pages together, I can swap it with another page from somewhere else, like pull out this and put it in there or whatever. So I know I will get questions about my book. It's beautiful, isn't it? This is my Janelli fish. I believe it was the first one, custom one she ever made. It was, the designs on it are my tattoos. I sent her pictures of my tattoos and she free-handed them onto the leather, and it's gorgeous. This is Oxblood, it's called. Yeah, actually, the paint is called Oxblood, but we called it the Dragon's Blood Journal because that's when she said, what colour do you want it? And I said, Dragon's Blood Red. I want it to look beat up and worn, and if you've got scuff marks and stuff in it, all the better. I wanted it to look like a piece of dragon hide or something. And she found this offcut, which had this massive scar. Can you see the scar right the way across, all the way across here? And she was going to throw it away, and she said, I saw that and I thought, ooh, that looks like a dragon's scar, like he's had a battle wound or something. So, yeah, that's my journal. You can't have one. Sorry, I don't think she makes them anymore. I haven't seen her around actually for a long time. Maybe we don't circulate in the same groups anymore, I don't know, but I haven't seen Janelli Fish around in a very long time, and I think she stopped making journals. But yeah, this was the very first custom one she ever made. She made me a little one to go with it. It's a trifold, and it's not A5 size, but it's currently got A5 papers in it. I asked her to make it so that it was big enough. I can actually put my moleskin expanded in here, and it works just as well. You can see it's a little bit wider, but it encapsulates a pen. I asked her to make it so that it would fit 6 moleskin large cahiers or 3 regular soft covers, and that's what she did for me. So it's got 4 elastics and 2 bindings. She did a double binding, which is really cute. It's beautifully made. I love it. I love the fact that the over time the colour is wearing off in different places. You can see where I regularly touch it, it's getting the colour is coming off, and I love that. It's fantastic. It's very stiff leather. I have to do this every time I use it, otherwise this starts pinging up and I get my hand caught on it. Anyway, that's my TN. I know somebody will ask about it, so I did do an unboxing of it when I first got it back in, I want to say 2013? 2013 maybe? Not entirely sure. Might have been a little bit later. It was a long time ago. It's a good five years ago at least. It's very rough and ready. It's very hard. It's not for those people who go, ooh, squishy leather. I'm not like that. I wanted something that looked like it come off a dragon, and that's what she gave me. So I've taken out the bits that were still usable from the old journal, and I redid the cover and added some new bits. It's pretty easy to see what's in there. So originally this was March, and now it's Halloween. Something wicked this way comes. Got a little Halloween cat. Isn't he cute? With his little witch's hat on. This is a acetate pocket that I stuck on. I have journaled in a well, I've kind of worked on that bit already this week. And then this is all, you know, what's left. There are some bits where there was something on there, but the rest of it was blank, so I just covered that up because I didn't like it. I had some really bad drawings in here at some point. I've added a couple of bits in, I've taken a couple of bits out, I've got a couple of bits like this that were used in the previous book, but there's no reason why I can't paint over that or something and use it for something else, or, you know, stick paper on it or whatever. I do a lot of collaging, so... Oh, he's supposed to be at the beginning there. He must have got in the wrong page. So I added lots of this stuff. This is, do you remember when I took my big A4 book that my sister bought me apart and took all those beautiful metal bits off and remade the cover into 2 A5 books, because that's what I use. I was left with all this beautiful sketchbook paper, and it is really nice. And I thought, well, I don't want to just waste it, so whenever I make a junk journal, I pull out some of that and I shove it in the junk journal. And it's just the right size to have it just slightly thinner and fold it in. So, yeah, I've got bits of fold out, bits of tucks, I've got things like this, and I've got a couple of bits of ephemera that are in here already, although I thought I'd taken most of these out. I had taken these out. Why did I keep these in? There was no need to keep that one in, but that one fits exactly in that pocket. That's why that one's in there. I do some decorating in advance if it's a themed book, which part of it was, but you can also see I've got a lot of plain bits. So this was just literally just a bit of paper that I folded in half, sewed it across the top, and it's now 2 pockets. None of this is bound. I can take it all out and work on it individually, which is really useful because this book is quite chunky and will only get bigger. I've added in some bits of scrapbook paper, I've got some bits and pieces that were already in my other book that actually, because I literally, when I did this book, I'd done my hair back from white to red, and then when I started doing this book again, I literally just changed it back from black to red. So I left this in because there's no date on it anyway. I really need to get my eyes tested. Does it have to be leather? Does what have to be leather? Oh, Casey, I'm looking for a place to make custom TNs since the shop I got my TN from is shady now. Yeah, it really depends what you're looking for, like Brenda says. Your best bet, Katie, is to ask... Yeah, I caught up with that. I missed a bit. Your best bet is to either ask around on Facebook or check out... it's hard to tell because almost everyone I know who has TNs, they are sticklers for a particular brand, or they're doolally over a particular brand. Pretty much any YouTuber you name, I could tell you which TN brand they have the most of. They're in Spain. I think if you put a link in, it took the link out, Brenda. Can I... See, all the ones I could name off the top of my head, I wouldn't necessarily recommend because the ones that I have bought from, I wasn't impressed, and the ones that I haven't bought from, you know, I wouldn't. The only one I would recommend that I haven't bought from, purely because I know that, well, Courtney mostly buys from Retro Tours, and she has a lot of custom TNs from Retro Tours. I have never purchased from Retro Tours, but I trust Courtney's judgment. If Courtney says they're good, they're good. Other than that, there's no names that I would necessarily throw out there and say, use these. And the two that I've got, both of mine are custom. Absolutely 100% custom. But this was made by somebody who was looking into making journals, but then decided to go and do a master's instead and now doesn't have time to make journals. And this was made by a girl who only made about 5 journals and then stopped making them. So, yeah. Anyway, let me finish this flip so I can get some journaling done. Cadenata. Oh, I've heard of the name of Cadenita before. This has got a quote on it. Maddie, please settle down. Good girl. Go lie on your bed. This has an Amity Bloom quote on one side, which I loved. This is from one of her videos. This is just a book filled with paper. What really makes it a journal is your memories and what you write in it. I really liked that. And then Kellyanne Maddox, another YouTuber, daily spiritual advice. Meditate every day for 20 minutes. If you don't have time to meditate for 20 minutes, you need to meditate for a full hour. I've got some bits and pieces like this in here. Nothing too elaborate. It's all stuff that I can change or add to later on. That's a pocket. This is a little, I did this on a YouTube video, I think. This is a little pocket thing. It's got pull-outs and it opens up somewhere, and it's just made out of a piece of sewing paper, like a lab report type thing. Oh, I put some images from my spooky book, my Haunted Room house book. Bits of vellum, bits of printouts. This is another page that I'll need to collage over. That will have to go as well because he ugly. Yeah, I've got all sorts of bits. My little witch. Isn't she cute? Tiny, tiny little witch. The other side of that paper. I really liked the way the image was set up, so I decided to turn it into a pocket, so it actually is folded up. It's a full page, and instead of getting rid of the page, I just folded it up so it was like that. I've got a couple of pages that are in here that really didn't fit the theme that I was doing before anyway, and I hadn't written on them, so I've moved them. Another page that I can collage on or paint on. This one, I hadn't done anything other than do this on it, so it wasn't dated or anything like that, and I can do something with that side. So, and I really like this. So into the Halloween book it goes. This is just a piece of acetate, which is what inspired this page. It's got bat stamping on. That's a quote from Dracula. There are darknesses in life and there are lights, and you're one of the lights, the light of all lights. Various. This is actually another one of those folders that I made. So it's got a pocket there, and it's got a pocket up here, and it's got a pocket on the back there. But because this kind of looked a bit strange, I decided to put it in there as a centerpiece, because then it's kind of layered and interesting without... That made my ears ring, that bit of elastic. Woo. Book looks fabulous, thank you. It's kind of partly decorated, partly not. The bits that I'd already done that were to a theme. Again, this was an undated page that had lots of pictures of Scooby on, so I pulled it out. That's not in the right place. That's not the last signature. That one should be somewhere else. Why is that? Oh well, never mind. It doesn't matter. That should be there, because that page goes with that. Doesn't matter. So I have, let's start back at the beginning. I've been using this just to pop my, like these, just photos and things that I want to use. I've just been putting them in there. And what I'll do with this is if I get any mail or anything during the month, I'll pop those in there as well. Because I usually find that stuff that I get in the mail doesn't match my theme. My theme is dark and gothic, and I quite often don't get dark and gothic mail. This was originally a Filofax folder, this yellow thing. You know, the Filofax dividers, the A5 Filofax dividers. It had a tab up there, and I was using it for my monthly stuff. But of course it said March, so I chopped off the tab, and I added a Dymo thing for September. This is a quote from Christabel by Samuel Taylor Coleridge, which goes with the picture. The ghostly girl. There she sees a damsel bright, dressed in a silken robe of white, that shadowy in the moonlight shone, the neck that made that white robe wan. I like Christabel. I'm a big fan of Samuel Taylor Coleridge, even though I hate reading it aloud. This is a pocket thing. This was for Maybon, so this was the 23rd. That's a seasonal blessing. I did some journaling on the back, and inside this is, these bits are from a Sabrina Ward Harrison book. I like to cut up her books and use them for collage, especially the words. This is a bit of Tisha Moore collage, I believe. Yes, Tisha Moore. And this is a quote from Greta Thunberg, who is, oh, I love her. She's awesome. She's awesome. I'll say that. So that's a quote from her TED talk. And her, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you? I love her. She's awesome. With kids like her, there might actually be a future for the planet. You never know. On this side, I have a couple of just tip-in pockets, and this is for my challenges. So I'm doing the Mabs Drawloween challenge this year. I've also got a list of my own stuff for Halloween Chronicles. There is a crossover, so the things that are squared here are also in mine, and things that are starred here are also in hers. So I've got a couple of things that I can do, 5-6 pages that I can do that are duplicates, which is going to save me so much time. But some of those pages won't end up in here, but they're drawings that I want to do. So for instance, one of them is werewolf. I don't think I'll be giving too much away by saying that's going to be one of the things we're drawing. I've drawn werewolves before. They're a thing that I like to draw. So I can probably sketch out the idea in here and then paint the thing in the other book where I'm actually going to do it. This is a Emily Dickinson poem, Hope is a Thing with Feathers. Haven't put anything on the back yet. But I do have a photo of Emily Dickinson that I might put on there. Big Emily Dickinson fan. Romantic poetry. Awesome stuff. Journaling spot there that I haven't got round to doing yet. This page doesn't feel finished yet. I'm just adding bits. The way I junk journal is I don't do a spread or a page or whatever all in one go. I do painty bits, or I do writey bits, or I do putting things together and sticking them on bits, or I get out the sewing machine, and I tend to do it like that. I very rarely do one page. I jump around because my brain goes, oh, let's play around with it. Oh, I've had an idea. Da da da. Off I go. So I've got a vague idea of something that I want to put in today that's going to make use of this flap. But while I'm doing it, I probably think of something else that I want to do. I go, oh, I can put that there. So this page hasn't been finished. It doesn't feel finished. I don't tend to write on pages until I feel like they're finished. This is Heed the Raven's Warning, which is a protection spell for when you see crows and ravens wandering about. I've been seeing a lot of crows and ravens, of course, because it's that time of year. I found this skeleton cat. He's awesome. So the original page was this picture, this rose, and the background, and all the rest of it, the line work, the bits of white paper, the black paper, the cat collage, all this bit, that's all been added afterwards. And if I find something that I think, oh, that'll go with that page, I'll come back and stick it on that page. I don't say, right, that page is done and I'm never going to touch it again. I will come back and play. So I've got a few bits and pieces that I want to play with. By the way, there's a trend on the junk journalers thing at the moment that everybody's showing their journal pouch, their junk journal pouch. Everybody's got these Delphonic pouches. Pfft, I don't use that. I have a clear pouch because out of sight, out of mind. If it was in a Delphonics pouch, it would never see the light day again. So, would you like to see a Delphonic, pouch show and tell at some point? Because that's the kind of thing I can... There's my number for today. These are from Little Raven Ink's collage sheets. She did some mini ones, but they were gaudy colours, so I changed them to something more me. I don't like her rainbow sprackle colour schemes. And she knows. I usually print her collage sheets out in grey or in a colour that suits me, so I changed this to like sepia brown type colour. I think it was bright pink originally, but it looks really nice in the brown, I think. I think even Courtney likes it in this colour. So Yes, you want to see our pouch setup. Okay. Well, I have done all my pouches set up. They are all ready. So, yeah, I can do that pretty easily. I have got a specific bag that I keep all my junk journaling bits in. My planner bits are now down to this. That's it. This is my planner bag. And I don't even carry this around much because I've got my pen on my planner. That's all I really need. But if I want to do any journaling, then I've got, you know, whiteout and double-sided tape and a couple of bits of washi that I was sent. A couple of extra pens, a white pen just in case, you know, that's it. That's all that's in there. Oh, and a glue stick. That's it. There's nothing else in there. A ruler. That really is it now. There's nothing else in there. That's my pen pouch. But yeah, I can do a journal bag. So I've got some bits here that I want to use, but I don't know what I want to use. I kind of want to use this somewhere, but I don't want to use it. This is going to be a flip up. See, it's got a doggy and a doggy. Did I get my car back? Yeah. Yeah, last week, week before. That's why I didn't do a YouTube last week, because I was picking up my car. Yeah, it's had all its brakes done. And I've got to take it back next week to get a tyre put on. I've got a Maddie picture. I've got photos. Thank you to everybody who took part in my Instagram poll, by the way. I asked about the LG sprocket and the LG sprocket and the the sprocket in the pocket, okay? There's two of them. One's LG and one's HP, and I get the numbers mixed up. Everybody asked, I asked which was which people preferred, because I've got a Pogo. I've got two Pogos, actually. I've got the original Pogos. I love my Pogos, but I don't have an Android device anymore, so I can't use it unless it's hooked up to my laptop, which kind of defeats the point of having a portable printer, because I can actually use a... That's blank. That can go in there. I can use my regular printer. I can air print it. So I picked up a Sprocket one by a mile. Apart from one person emailing me about their experience with the Sprocket, which had been pretty dire, and two people emailing me very similar experiences with the LG, which honestly is the same as I had with my first Pogo, so it's not really surprising. Stuff is not meant to last anymore. By the time you buy technology, it's out of date, so if it lasts 18 months, you're doing really well. My Pogo's been going since it first came out. I've had it for years, so I'm going to sell those on because I've got two Pogo printers and one working charger, which is like gold dust. And I've bought myself a second-hand sprocket on a local selling site. £30 for a refurbished sprocket. Not bad at all. This is just a journal card that I've got. I don't want to use him just yet. Yeah, I'll put him in there. I found, so this was what caught my eye. This was from a New York Broadway pamphlet show thing. I think Brenda sent me it. Was it you sent me all that stuff from New York, Brenda, from Broadway? What about the huge, fabulously beautiful junk journal that you got earlier this year? I'm not going to do a flip through of it, no. But I am going to be working in it for the Halloween Chronicles. So if you want to see it, with 7 crows flying over while my dog was dying. Aww. You saw a good video that did a comparison of all the printers. Yeah, I saw one that did a comparison of, I think, 4. And none of them were great. That was the biggest feedback I got. Well, none of them are great. Well, of course they're not great. They're like heat printing. Of course they're not going to be great, but as long as they're as good as my Pogo, I'm happy. And the one that I saw was like several. I'm sure it was you, Brenda. Because you sent me some stickers and stuff as well. Anyway, that's where this came from. And then I saw this. Look at this. This is an old advertisement for 6-cord spool cotton. And look at it. Look at the design. I'm seeing a resemblance. It looks like a golden snitch, right? So yeah, theme. And then I've got this, which I thought would be kind of cool on there somehow, with a bit of layering a bit and kind of that, and you know, I don't need her. I might need that. So I thought that would be fun. And then I've got this from By Bun, which I've been holding on to for ages. You did send me candy corn. You send me candy corn every year, because nobody else ever sends me candy corn. Bun sent me this with some stickers in, I believe. She didn't send it to me. I bought some stickers and it comes with all this awesome packaging. So, of course, I kept that. Don't worry about the post office address. That's out of date. That's why I didn't bother covering it up. I've covered up my address. But I thought that would make a cool kind of addition because it fits the colour scheme. So I'll put that there with my husky. That's kind of where I was going. So I was thinking something along the lines of putting that on there. And putting that on there. Maybe layering it up a bit. Where do I want this? Maybe take off that bit. You did send me some postcards, yeah. So it was you then. You sent me a load of stuff from New York. Okay. Now I can put it that side. I want to use the black that side because it goes with the raven. But on this side, that gold colour goes with that. That's a little busy. Maybe I need to layer it up that way. Because you can see the colour. You can still see that through there. That gives me a journaling spot then. Or I could just layer it that way so you can see that colour behind. That's better. Let's do that. Yeah, about there. Where'd my pencil go? Ooh, I keep missing. See, Brenda ats me. Brenda puts at RhomanysRealm, and then I can see what she's saying. You're not going into Manhattan much after November? Oh, that's good, isn't it? Oh, there's 2 Brendas now. That's confusing. Oh, maybe your ravens are your dog's spirit guides. Well, they are messengers, aren't they? They're supposed to guide the dead to where they're supposed to go. So more than likely. Okay. See if this is switched on, shall we? This is why I don't put my journals together before I've finished. See, I can do that. Okay. So if it's about there. Oh, you know it's nearly Halloween when you put orange thread in your sewing machine. Ah, come on. Turn around, silly thing. I've got one of those really annoying little light foot pedals that is always the wrong way round. I leave my threads, I don't bother cutting them off. You are leaving that job and going to your psychotherapy business. Fantastic. That's awesome. That's what, a year it's taken to do that? Fabulous. Good for you. Okay, so let's rough up this edge a bit. I don't like that straight edge there. No call for a straight edge, that's not necessary. Now, do I want to put that on that side or that side? Actually, I quite like it with that colour. Let's do that. Oh, don't you get stuck on me, come on. One day I will upgrade to a proper sewing machine. Come on. What are you messing about at? Don't do it. Oh, it's caught on. It's caught around something. What's it caught on? There we go. I call him Mr. Jekyll. He's a little temperamental. Why sew 4 sides when you can sew 3? What are you catching on? Don't start, okay? Just don't start. Okay, so now we've got that and that, and that has got a little tuck spot. Always good to have little tuck spots. Okay, so that's going to be on the other side, isn't it? So maybe put that back in there. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. The chat is so fast I can't even follow what you're all talking about. I saw something about Tom Hiddleston, which I assume is Ashley, because she's got tickets to go to a VidCon something or other. A week from Thursday. Oh. No fair. No fair. I couldn't have measured that any better. Actually, if I'd measured it, it probably wouldn't be as close. photograph and an autograph. I'm so jealous. Can you see what I'm doing okay? I'm trying to stay on screen, I swear. I get carried away. I get so into it. There's nothing I love. I mean, I'm an artist and my first priority is making art. There's nothing in the world I love more than playing with paper. Sticking bits of paper down is my jam. See you, Ina. Nothing wants to stick to this craft paper. Is it waxy? Might be, it's an envelope. Stay! God damn you. Why does that keep coming off? Bit of something. Bit of something. A bit of something like that. Yeah. Anyone else still on a junk journaling craze? There was a lot of people doing it when I started doing it in the beginning of the year. It was like we all just woke up on January the 1st and went, hey, I think I'll do some junk journaling today. Everybody's doing it. Is everybody still doing it, or am I... David Tennant. Oh, David Tennant is so nice. I've met him several times now. And I think the third or fourth time I met him, he actually recognised me. Because I went to see all the plays he was in at Stratford when he did all the different Shakespeare plays. And the first two I had a meet and greet, and the third one I went to the back door, and then the fourth one I was there, and he kind of, you got to say hello, but it wasn't a meet and greet. And then the fourth one, he kind of looked at me strange and went, I've seen you before. Yes, you have. So that was cool. Ah! Speaking of famous, guess what? I had my second recognition the other day. I was out and about in town, had gone in to get some bits and pieces. I think it was there I picked up my car actually, and I stopped off in town to grab some bits. And this girl of about 12 kind of looked at me strange, and as I tend to do, I kind of looked around and then looked at her strange, and she went, "You're Romany?" Yeah. My mum watches you on YouTube. Oh my god. She's got me so excited when I tell her. Okay. She didn't hang around to tell me what her mum's name was, but if you live near me and you're 12-year-old-ish, came home going, I saw Romany in town. Yeah, hi. Like seeing other people's junk journals, but I'm more of a longhand journaler without a lot of pictures or bits of paper. Oh, I'm the other way around. I'd rather do an entire page like this and have one bit of journaling like that. Yeah, that's the second time I've been recognised. I went to an event at Spode, which we were doing with the Urban Sketchers, and this lad behind one of the lads who was serving the lunches actually kept giving me strange looks, and then his mum started giving me strange looks. Oh, I think it was his mum. The woman he was with kept giving me strange looks, so I was like, why are you giving me strange looks? And eventually the woman said, oh, it's okay, this is Toby, he's a bit starstruck because he watches you on YouTube. And he was 6'2" at least, possibly taller, and he had as much meat on him as your average broomstick. And he went, I love your planner videos. I'm like, oh, thank you. That was so sweet. So, hi Tobe. I've seen him a few times since, actually, up at Spode. So, quite often go up there sketching. Right, what am I going to do with that? It's a bit blank, isn't it? Might not be once I've put my writing on. So if I get that, put that there, as if it's going to be... Oh yeah, it needs jazzing up a bit. See, sometimes I'll leave that blank, and then when I do my writing, I'll jazz this bit up a bit as well. So... It's nice being recognised, and it's nice when people aren't afraid to come up and talk to you. I love that. More than anything, I love that people aren't afraid to come and talk to you. The weird bit is the reaction of everybody else around you. Because you can see there's like, it's about 30-60, about 40-60 split. 40% of people look around and go, oh, a YouTuber. And the others go round, go, what's YouTube? It's fun though. It's fun. I like it when people come and talk to me. It's ace. It's a great way to get to know people without actually having to go and get to know people. Can you have my autograph? Only if you pay for it. I charge for mine these days. Okay, what else have I got? How about if I use that? To get to see Christopher Eccleston. Ugh. I don't like Christopher Eccleston. I've never met him, but he's not one of the people I'd like to meet. Let's put that there. Did I need to break that up? Possibly not. Should have left it in one piece. Never mind, I quite like the broken look. Ooh. Oh, there we go, that fits nicely. I've got this bit of paper hanging around here, kind of like that. That's a similar sort of colour scheme. Let's use that to put that, bring the black across to this side. And use this to break up that side. Costin's the whole reason you went to NYCC. Yeah. I didn't like him. I was very happy when David Tennant took over. It's funny, really. I can deal with all sorts of doctors, including a woman doctor. Woman doctor, fabulous. Haven't actually watched her, but yay, woman doctor, finally. I can deal with the doppelgangers. I can deal with all of it, but don't give me a doctor who's got a northern accent. Whoa. Okay. I can't actually move my chair because I've got a dog underneath my chair and I've got a dog next to my chair. Scooby sat right behind my chair and Maddie sat with her paw underneath my chair, so I can't actually move. Okay. I like that colour. And I want that colour. Yes. And is there another brighter green? That's a brighter green. Let's use that one. Jodie's Fun. Is that the name of the girl who plays? Yeah, the girl from Broadchurch. She was brilliant in Broadchurch. I've seen her in a couple of different things, and she's one of those actresses that I know her name, and I think, hang on a minute, I've seen her in a couple of different things, and I can never remember what it is because she plays a different, I mean, obviously, she plays a different character and everything, but she's totally unrecognisable as herself. It's not like, I don't know, she's chameleon-like. She's very plain looking, but her acting skills make up for the fact that she's not got a very memorable face. And she's such a good actress. I love Broadchurch. I'm about to start watching it again. So this is the bronze. I didn't realise it was a bronze one. But, ooh, that's pretty. This is the bronze metallic words. Bronze metallic, what's the word I'm looking for? Gouache. There we go. From Arteza. I am loving this gouache and I'm loving this bronze. Wow. That's nice. It's opaque. Look how shiny. Pretty. And yes, I've started using my gouache straight out of the tube because ghetto. Yes, we are. Gouache Martesa. Yes, thank you, Mika. That is exactly the phrase I was looking for. But I couldn't get out. I love this stuff. It's fantastic. I'm not so struck on the gel pens. Would not recommend. I do not like them. I know I write fast. I'm not a slow writer. I don't know if that's normal. Do most people write really fast or really slow? I don't know. But I cannot get on with them because they skip, which means I write too fast for them. I haven't tried them for drawing yet. I'm going to. They do work nicely over the gouache. I'll give them that. Which admittedly is what I got them for. But actually, let's do a bit of that up there onto there. That is a pretty colour. I'm going to be using a lot of that. I better buy an extra tube of this one. That's a pretty colour. Pretty, pretty. Let's put a bit of it down here as well. Very nice. I like it. It does lessen the waste when you're doing some stuff like this. Although you can reactivate this gouache really easily. But the problem is, once it's dried and you reactivate it, it's not as creamy and thick. So for this sort of stuff, I don't waste it by using a palette. But when I'm doing proper painting and I want to mix colours, then I use a palette. But I don't need to mix for this. It's just paint. And if I wasn't too lazy to go and get my acrylics, which are over there on my other chair, I would be using acrylics. The first season was a bit rough. I don't know what you're talking about, Amber. Things are moving too fast! Oh, the new Doctor Who's. Yeah. I liked the first season. I just didn't like Christopher Eccleston as the Doctor. Didn't gel with me. I absolutely loved David Tennant and John Hurt. Didn't like Matt Smith. Liked what's his face. And I haven't seen Jodie yet, but I'm sure I will like her because, yay, female Doctor, finally. And of course I love Catherine Tate as the Doctor, because of course I did. And John Hurt. Yeah, Doctor Who's on Netflix. You can also get them on BBC America, Brenda, because they're BBC programmes. Oh, they've taken it off Netflix, have they? Well, I've definitely seen it on either UK Netflix or UK Amazon Prime. I don't watch anything else. And I was watching one of the David Tennant seasons the other day, so it's definitely on one of them. But it's a UK programme, so it might only be on UK now. I don't know. Yeah, I like all the back references as well. Like when Matt Smith's Doctor was doing the fish finger sandwiches scene. What do I like? What do I like? What do I want to eat? What do I like? Jelly babies. That sounds familiar. It's on Prime. Okay. I knew I'd seen it on one or the other. The only things I watch anything on is Amazon Prime, Netflix, or YouTube. So it's on one of the three. Okay, I feel like I need some black here. Need some black. Ooh. Oh no, that one. Actually, that one, that's got gold and bronze in it as well. Where's the end of my washi tape? The washi tape. Is that why I don't very often use this washi tape? Because I can never find the end of it. Seriously, where's the end of the washi tape? It must be on an edge somewhere. Where's the end of the washi tape? Okay, seriously though. Found it. Constantly shouting at podcasts. Oh, me too. And other people's Oh, Abigail, I knitted the Doctor's scarf back in the 80s when it was in like Woman's Weekly as a pattern. In fact, I think Woman's Weekly ran a competition to see who could do the best one. And I believe it was a costume competition. And a little girl won it who had done it she'd done the scarf for her and she was dressed as the Doctor, and she'd done a little baby scarf for her dog. And he was dressed up as K9. He had the deely boppers and everything. that's good. I like that. That goes with that, you see. Alrighty, that's a bit... The good thing about gouache is it dries really fast. That's dried much faster than acrylic would have. Off to karate. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. Collage on, collage off. Do I still have it? Don't be silly. It was like 40 years ago. I used to wear it to school though, because that's how sad I was. But, you know, back then, wearing a Doctor Who scarf to school was considered cool. See you, Brenda. David Tennant in the episode with K9. Yeah, where Sarah was in it. I loved those episodes with K9 and Sarah. That was so nice. I love when they do the flashbacks. Okay. I think I'm okay with this. I think I'm happy. This looks a little out of place. I need to do something with that, I think. What do I need to do with that? What does it need? What does it need? What does it need? It needs... I basically upgraded my 70s nerd costume, which was Orinoco Womble, which was a big red hat with a big red scarf, to an 80s costume of Doctor Who, which was a big multicoloured scarf with a big brown hat. So I basically wore a hat and scarf exactly like that for about 10 years. Yes, I used to dress like Orinoco Womble. I loved Orinoco Womble, okay. Orinoco's still my favourite. Yes, fight me, I'd wear it now. Me too, Amber. I might make a Doctor Who scarf actually, because that would be silly and cool. What's the point of being a grown-up if you can't be childish sometimes? What's the point of being a grown-up? I'll be a grown-up when they make being an adult more fun. Okay, that's that page. Not finished, but it's done enough that I can work on something else now. I don't normally do a whole spread like that, but that one was calling to me, so. Tom Baker, absolutely, Marion. Tom Baker, best Doctor hands down. Best companion, Sarah Jane. Best second companion, K9. Fight me. Okay, let's see. I think I could use this. This is wet, but do I want to tip that in, or shall I just, ooh, that'll go on there. Ooh. Okay, let's put this to one side. Whoops. Don't spill the coffee on the electrics. Do not spill the coffee on the... No, definitely not on the hard drive. Absolutely not. Where's my cloth? Having a crisis. I'll put my coffee over there, she said. It'll be fine over there, she said. It won't get knocked over there, she said. Okay, I can clean that up later. It's all right. It's mopped. It's mopped. Definitely not on the hard drive. Let's definitely not get it on the hard drive. We cannot afford to replace the hard drive right now. I don't like Matt Smith as an actor particularly. I did like Matt Smith as the Doctor. Didn't like any of his storylines, and I hated Amy. I hated Amy Pond with a passion I normally reserve for small children. Hey Melody. Do I still have the scarf? No, it was like 30 years ago. That was in the 80s. I've slept since then and moved several times. No, I don't have it still. Okay, where did I put my coffee so I don't knock it over again? I'll wipe that up later. That needs to dry. Let's put that up over there. That's what caused the problem. My TM got wet. And all the colours coming off. Oh well. That happens. All I can say is, at least it's not ink. I just watched one of Raven's, Little Raven Ink's videos earlier where she sent brown ink all over the place. And I was like, I do that, but with coffee. Okay, so what can I do with this? I don't think I want to use the stickers because I've got her thing somewhere. Yeah, that's got that somewhere. So I'll put the stickers somewhere else. I use other people's stickers so that I know what's mine. Clara with Matt Smith was good. I liked Clara with Matt Smith. Clara and Capaldi, it was a bit weird. Oh, I like Capaldi. He's probably my second favourite after David Tennant of the new lot. Coffee can add a nice patina. It can. Exactly, Knit. Exactly. I wonder if that fits in there. Ooh. Ooh. That's interesting. Yeah. How about that then? Huh. Cool. I rather like that actually. I might just do that. Let's not overthink it, eh? Make sure I've not left anything else in there. Which way round? I kind of like it that way round, so that kind of looks like a stamp. Let's do that. I don't like that. That's got to go. I don't mind it on that side, but I don't want it on that side. Let's do... Oh, you fit perfectly in there, Miss Maddie. I didn't like Moffat. I think that's my overall issue with Doctor Who, actually. Stephen Moffat, when he took over, it became the Stephen Moffat show, and I'm not there for that. I was not about that at all. Once Stephen Moffat left, it started picking up again. I haven't seen a lot of it, but I always got that feeling that it was less about the storyline and the characters and more about, look how clever I can be with these massive overarching things that don't get solved for 5 seasons. Which is what I don't like about Torchwood. I love the characters in Torchwood. Absolutely love them. But I cannot stand Stephen Moffat. Yeah, his one-off stories, Blink, the Lost Child, was it? That child one was so scary. I mean, I actually thought that was quite scary for a children's program. He's a genius at one-off really scary things. But the minute he has to do a whole story arc, he gets way above his pay grade. Not a Moffat fan at all. I do like the other guy. The posh one. Blonde guy. Does a lot of writing with him. The Empty Child. Yeah, Empty Child and Blink are probably 2 of my favourite episodes ever. But I do not like his story arcs. The one with the gas mask, yeah. The World War II boy. Are you my mummy? That was creepy. The girl who was in that was good too. The girl who played the teenager. She was really good. Whoops. And another one goes on the floor. Mark Gatlis, thank you. Yes. Gattis, yeah. I like him. He's a good actor and he's a heck of a writer as well. He can do that thing where he sends you, you know, like Agatha Christie, where it's completely unobvious what the answer is going to be, and it's so unobvious that you can watch it again and again, and every time you see it, you go, I don't remember how this one ends. I'm like that with every Agatha Christie I've ever watched. The only one I remember is the one on the train. I always remember who did it because they all did it. But all the others, I'm like, I have no idea. I don't even remember watching them half the time, even when I know I've seen them before. And I have no idea how they end, or who did it, or anything. And that's this, I get the same kind of feeling from him. He does a really good mystery needs a thin little bit of something something. A thin bit of something something. A thin bit of something something. A thin bit, a thin bit, a thin bit. Have I got any thin bits? I probably have, but not to hand. I've got some offcuts of that orange paper. I can put a bit of that across there, that'd be nice. Okay. Yeah, I've got some more of this. Ooh. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. You didn't like the last season of Sherlock? I've enjoyed Sherlock all the way through so far. I wish they'd do more of them, but Sherlock was so damn successful, they all became Hollywood stars, didn't they? So they're all off doing films. God darn it. Oh, I better move that water or it's going to end up on the floor. Let's put it on the floor and then we can't spill it, can we? There we go. Actually, scissors. I have such a small space to work in. How do I lose things so easily? Okay. Well, to be fair, the Holmes house in London has been pretty popular for a long time. Itchy eye. Nope. Let's use that again. We might have a business trip in Europe. Ooh! Coming to the UK. Yes! Come to the UK. Okay, I like that. I don't like that. I need to do something here. Need something better here. Don't know if I can be bothered to do anything with it right now though. Where's my book? Let's see where it's going to go first, shall we? I closed my book. I put it over there to dry it and I closed my book. Fortunately, no harm done. Gouache dries quick. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe add that there. That'll work. We even got that washi tape. Because of course I have. Yes, I like it. Germany's lovely. Vienna's gorgeous too, though. And you get to sing ridiculous 80s pop songs. Oh, Vienna! No, I don't do singing. Okay, I'm liking that. That needs some zhuzh. But that's okay. I don't mind when a whole spread needs a bit of zhuzh. That I'm liking. That I'm liking now. Vienna's closer to Germany than the US, yeah. It's a bit closer. Okay, so I need to do something with that bit. I like this. I'm liking this. That's a journaling spot in there. That needs a little something there, doesn't it? Let's do a little bit of... That's what I used over there, so that's a nice balance. Yes, I like that. I keep looking at this. I think Amber sent me these. Ultravox, yes. I keep looking at this and thinking it would be kind of cool there, but it doesn't go with the red. It would be kind of cool there. It would have been really cool there before I put this cat on. I do like it, but I don't want to cover it up. So maybe I won't use it there. Ooh! Oh, I like it there. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to need some double-sided tape for that because it's a heavy thingy. Into Europe, take an extra 2 weeks. Go to all the places and see all the things. Yes! Do all the things. If you're doing mainland Europe though, honestly, you're probably better off just doing mainland Europe and doing UK another time on its own. Otherwise, you spend all your time travelling. Oops. I managed to stick the tape to my finger. Plus, it's really expensive to get... You can only really get into the coast or London. And then it's really expensive to get anywhere else. It's like 80 quid to get up to Manchester and back. Travel's really expensive in the UK. Of course, and then there'll be all the border hassle as well, because we kind of are, kind of aren't, kind of have, kind of didn't yet. We don't really know what's going on. Brexit, you know. Oh yeah, Eastern Bloc. Hungary and Romania. No amount of time is ever enough in London because it's so hard to get anywhere. Even in London, it's hard to get anywhere. It's easier to get out of London for a day trip than it is to stay in London and get somewhere. But honestly, if you're in Austria, there's enough to see in Austria and Germany alone to keep you busy for several months, let alone a couple of weeks. Okay, I like that there, that's nice. And I like the yellow. That yellow seems to go with that a little bit there. Is that a bit too much of that pattern? Yes, but it's... Oh, but I've got the other side. I can put the other side on. I can use the other side. Sticky side goes to the sticky bit, yeah. Do the sticky side. Transylvania! Isn't that a nice drink, Miss Maddie? It was a very noisy drink, wasn't it, my love? Hmm? It was a very noisy drink. Yes, it was. Ooh, that might go with that as well, actually. Huh? think it's an either or with that. Maybe let's do that one there and that one on that. Oh, that's clashing patterns. Let's do that one and that one. There we go, that's better. Oh! Oh! Getting sleepy. Maybe. Maybe. Ooh. Yes! Have a winner. When in doubt, tear it off. Yeah, nobody, I don't know why it thinks lamsaguala is a word that should not be allowed, but I'm having stew. It's cold weather again, which means my upstairs neighbour has started cooking hot meals. It smells amazing. Everything he cooks just smells delicious. Hang on. My screen's gone mad. There we go. That's quite busy, isn't it? I think we might have to cover a bit of this up. See, Amber. I think I'm done, actually. I think I've managed to put all the bits of paper I had, except for these two. And that was under my sewing machine. I hadn't actually pulled it out as, ooh, I like that. And I haven't decided where my number for today is going to go yet. I used my washi tape. I used other washi tape than that one. So this, I've got that, but I don't want to use it. I just had it under my sewing machine. So yeah, all I've got is these two bits and a that's kind of fun there, actually. Sure, why not? It's one of my photos from the Urban Sketches. That could be quite good as a little wrong way around. There we go. Yeah. Let's do that. One piece of paper left. Stick all the papers. Stick all the papers. Oh, I've got a bit of washi. Bit of music washi. That'll be useful for holding that bit on, actually. Stick it down in there. Stop that coming up. One solitary piece of paper left. Why is everybody's... I don't know why everybody's things are being held for review all of a sudden. Okay. That's not finished, but I don't know what else or what to add to it. That one I'm good with. I like that page. I'm good with this one. I like the belly band thing with the... Oh, there's something on the front. And oh, there's something inside. And it needs something there, doesn't it? Just to... Oh, let's do that. Oh, I know. I know. That's not be strong enough, is it? It might be if I double it up, actually. Double it up like that. Now I need my stapler, but my stapler is out of staples. It's down there and it ran out of staples last night. So I've got to dig out my staples to staple that, but I can glue it for now onto there. Oh, actually, no, I think I prefer it on there. Let's do that. I was going to do like a little tab, but I prefer it like that, actually. Let's do that. And where's my pencil case? Ew, pencil case is wet on the bottom. Everything got wet. Coffee everywhere. There we go. We can put a date in there. That's not finished yet, but I can play with that later. That's cool. I like this. I like that. That looks a bit too white. Maybe need to do something with that. Actually, it might not. By the time I've written on it, it might not look too white. So, so where's my next journaling spot? Is going to be about there. Diamond Rainbow. Oh, nearly all of your messages are getting held for review because you're talking in text speak. It's just that I've been hitting OK. YouTube does not like text speak. So, done. Needs a bit of zhuzhing. Done. Waiting for writing and something else, but I can't quite figure out what it is yet. Maybe some doodling. I think it needs some doodling. Needs some pen work, that one. Raven warning. Done. Tip in. Done. Belly band. Done. Waiting for... Oh, I'm going to stick my 24 there. I'm going to stick 24 there. Like that. That's nice. I like that. Goes with the brown. Where are my other numbers? I need 25. Oh, I need 25. Where is 25? I don't know, but I might as well use up all these bits of paper because they're here anyway. There we go. That's better. Now they've both got the same colours on. It looks... Somehow it looks less busy because it matches now. It looks less busy to me anyway. What I need is a piece of nope, not that, nope, 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 nope. Where's my plain paper gone? Oh, did I put it all in here? No. Maybe not. Ooh, no. Come on. Ooh. And that I like. There we go. Black post-it notes. I didn't even know you could get black post-it notes. I don't know how I didn't know you can get black post-it notes, but you can get black post-it notes. Oof. Alright, Scoop. That's better. I like that. Halloween, 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 Halloween. Want something to echo that. What am I going to use to echo that? Oh, I know. I saw it. I saw it. Where did it go? I'm not one of those careful junk journalists who makes sure everything matches and there's lots of plain paper everywhere. I just like throwing everything at the page and seeing what sticks, basically. I know what I'm looking for, I can't see it. I think it's over on the other table. Darn it. Okay. Plan B. Ooh, that itches. Have I been bitten? I keep being bitten by mosquitoes. They're driving me insane. Okay. So now we've got, oops, That keeps sticking up. That's going to need that's what I need. It needs a little tab down there to hold that in. What have I got that I can use for that? I've got some stickers somewhere that'll be big enough for that I can just tuck it into. I'll use a circular sticker. There we go. Circular sticker. Circular sticker. I've got some of these. Any of those work? Oh, that could work. There you go. That one can work. Stick it on something a bit more sturdy, such as. Oh, I'm sorry, Maddie. Are we keeping you awake, honey? Something sturdy. That's sturdy. That'll do. Well, don't do that way. That's not going to work. Should have only stuck on half of it. Scissors. Black post-its, yep. As usual, Rachel, you turned up just as I had said. I'm going to stop in a minute. I don't know how you managed to miss the notifications, especially when I post it on Trello. You really don't have an excuse now. It's not like I'm not on at the same time every week. Okay, that'll do. And I don't like the white. Ugh. That's better. But it does mean you've got 2 hours to sit and watch. There you go, that's better. That's just enough to hold that in. It doesn't have to hold it, it's just enough to stop it flipping up. Ooh. No. I think something else to go in there. I've got a little pocket there, but I don't know if I'll bother putting anything in because this paper's very fragile. But I could like do a faux tag or something like that. Just a bit of, so it looks like it pulls out, but it doesn't really. I'm sorry, Miss Maddie. Am I bothering you? She wants her tea, does she? You should see her. She is sat by the door to the kitchen, staring through the door at her bowl. I think maybe she wants some food. Do you want some dinner, Madge? Oh, you do. You don't know about her, but you do. Okay, give me a sec. No, it's YouTube Wednesday, Twitch on Fridays. How long has it been that? A year? Now, I don't know why you didn't get a notification on Twitch, though, on Trello, though, because you should have. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day there. I shall do some more. I'll probably do some writing next and doodling while I... Oops, my pin has come off. My kitty came off. pen work basically while I sit in my chair and have my tea and watch TV. So for those of you who didn't turn up until 5 minutes ago, Rachel, I'll do one more flip. You should have. I put it up. That's it. Well, that is the YouTube notification. I set it up as a... I pre-scheduled YouTube this morning anyway, before I went out. I pre-scheduled it at like 10 o'clock this morning. But this does not negate the fact that it's 5 o'clock on YouTube every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, 5 o'clock, YouTube. Wednesday, 5 o'clock, YouTube. I have a timetable, Rachel. I don't know why you can't figure out when things are. Oh. Okay. I'm done. Go away. I will do I'm going to try and do a couple of pre-filmed videos because I'm doing Halloween Chronicles for the next 4 weeks. But obviously this week and next week, it's the busy 2 weeks because it's this week I'm setting up and next week it's everybody else setting up. So yeah, Halloween Chronicles kicks off on the 1st. Link down below. I had to put a link up, didn't I? I put it on my phone. Newsletter link. I will get that from KK as soon as she is up. You can't have my cover, Susan. It's mine. It matches my tattoos. See, that's my tattoo. And then that's the other one. Ooh, Quest. Oh, that's an interesting bit of ephemera. Quest. Where does that need to go? Yellow. Yellow. Let's put it in there for now. Yes, and it's my cool cover and you can't have it. It's my cool cover that I just threw coffee all over. I'm going to go and wipe my coffee up now. Somebody making some very strange noises at the back. No wonder Mandy's barking at them. Right, I'm going. Yeah, come on over to, if you're on Ning, you'll find the Halloween Chronicles info on the front page. If you're not on Ning, I'll post on Patreon at some point, and public, and just email me if you want to join in. If you can't find what you're doing, we're a bit up in the air. It's embossed leather, Rachel. It's debossed leather, actually. You're vegetarian, you don't want it. Right. I'm going now. Bye.